Hi guys, we have a fun interview for you today. 90 Day Fiancé star Ashley.
His boys have no clue who I am. All they know is that I took their dad away. My fiance's name is Manuel. He's 35 years old, and he's a construction worker from Puyo, Ecuador. Nice to meet you, Ali.
You look lovely.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You do as well.
Thank you. I've been watching the show and you're getting some good feedback from the viewers, Ashley.
Thank you.
Yes, I'm reading the comments and people are loving you. So
thank you. I'm not reading the comments. So I appreciate that so much.
I would not advise it, Ashley. I would not advise it. They turn on you in a minute. So
a little birdie has put that in my ear. So yes.
For your mental health, do not read the comments. But let me just say, the comments have been good. People are loving you.
Oh, I appreciate that.
So that's good. So first of all, you're the first witch I've interviewed, and I don't know how to handle this.
Well, let me tell you, I come in peace.
Wonderful.
Let's start there. Most witches do. All right. And I'm a normal person. I just practice brujeria here and there.
Tell
and
me what that is, though. When you hear the word witch, you're thinking all kind of things.
Yeah, so I will tell you what that is. And one of the main reasons why we decided to do the show was to kind of get rid of this stigma around witchcraft and spirituality and recognize that witchcraft and spirituality can go hand in hand. It's like everybody wants to talk about manifestation techniques and practices, but then when they bring in witchcraft, everybody gets antsy and weird. But what people don't realize is most witches, if not all witches, work with manifestation. And most people are really accustomed to manifestation and they know what that is. So witchcraft and spirituality, for me, I'll speak for myself, it's a way of life, right? This is how I work with my emotions. This is how I work with my relationships. This is how I do my work. I use astrology. I use tarot. I do protection magic. I work with crystals and oils and my altar. I do all sorts of things like that. And what this really does is it just helps me live my best life, a balanced life.
Okay. When you were coming on the show, were you concerned that that would be like a troubling for viewers? Did you think, or you didn't think about it at all?
So the thing is I've been working with my business Starseed Shadows for 4.5 years, and I work with Lilith and I work with tarot. And I come from a very religious background. So a lot of me was very used to people not understanding, having questions, or even judging me in a negative light. So to be quite honest, I wasn't really concerned about that. I was more ready to highlight that witches are humans too, and we live normal lives, and there's more of us than you think.
Well said. Right? All right, we're talking about the show. When you signed up for the show, Ashley, tell me what you imagined that it was going to be and then how it was different when you started filming.
God. So when I signed up for the show, I was familiar with the show. I assumed it was going to be people following my journey with my partner who's not from the United States and us doing this crazy abnormal relationship, right? And I think the biggest difference that I found in being on the show is that it's almost kind of like TV therapy. We've had to explore parts of our relationship that I'm not sure we would have explored if there weren't magnifying glasses on it. Is that good? Is that bad? I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. But that was a really big surprise.
When you talk about exploring aspects of a relationship, so we just saw you and Manuel go to therapy.
Yes.
So Manuel, seemingly, I thought this was good. You got some stuff out and you're going to continue. Yeah. Manuel is like, I am done. Yeah. Are you surprised by his reaction?
As we can see, Manuel has a very strong personality.
He does. He does.
He does. And he is somebody who's very like, I'm down for something or I'm not down for something. So, although I think therapy is great for everybody, I think everybody should go through individual therapy and couples therapy personally. For some people, they're just not there yet. So I guess what I can say is I'm happy that he at least tried it.
Okay. Well,
yeah, I'm happy he at least tried it. I think we got something out of it. The therapist was very, very nice, and she did give us some sound advice.
Did you discuss it more with him after he said he wasn't going to go? Did you try to convince him, or did you just leave it as is after he said, I'm done with therapy?
Oh, I discussed it more with him.
We're going to see that. We're going to see that. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I love that. Listen, so you and Manuel are going through some things. People have a very different reaction to Manuel than they have from you. Hopefully he's not reading these comments either.
No, he's not.
So I think one of the biggest reactions people had was when he said he wasn't telling his family that he was going to the US. Persons were shocked, especially to find out he had kids. So we didn't get to see your reaction when you initially found out all that. How did you react when he said, I'm not telling anybody that I'm coming, I'm just coming?
To say that I was concerned is an understatement. This is kind of a big move. You know, you're moving over 3,000 miles away. And so I think my first reaction is why? Like, why aren't you saying anything? Does it have to do with me? Are you nervous about leaving them? It's, as you can see in the show, and you'll continue to see in the show, I spend a lot of time working to get inside of his mind. And I say it's because Manuel is a Scorpio. I'm also an astrologer, and Scorpios tend to be hard to read. So yeah, it's hard to hear, but at the same time, I can't control anybody. You know, at the end of the day, these are not my parents. This is not my family. And if this is something that he's choosing, like if he's choosing to handle it this way, all I can do is give my opinion.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So Manuel comes to the US and he meets your parents, your mom. Was it your mom and your sister we saw in the scene?
Yes.
So we saw some of their reaction. Did they grill him more? Was there more that we didn't see?
There's a lot more that you didn't see. And you will see how Manuel learns my family and how my family learns Manuel and their opinions on Manuel as the show progresses. You know, I think at the end of the day, my mom is a concerned mama bear like any other. And I think the jury is very much still out on Manuel.
Okay.
For everybody.
I love the interaction with your family, with your mom and your sister, because I noticed that you just gave them the space to kind of air their feelings, and you weren't exactly trying to defend him, and you were just like, let him answer, let him, you know? So I really enjoyed watching that, because a lot of times when you watch some of the scenes, it's like the persons are trying to protect the other person, and so they're not getting this honest feedback.
Yeah, I mean, he's a strong personality, and I am too. And, you know, from my perspective, we had done long distance for so long. So he had been this man behind the phone for 10 years. And so for me, it was more just like, I was happy to even see this interaction take place. You know, I never thought I'd see the day where I'm watching my mom even have a conversation with Manuel, even if I'm the one translating. So I just kind of wanted them to feel him out for themselves, because at the end of the day, they're helping me make this decision too.
I totally agree. So we're talking about your family. I want to talk about Manuel's family a little bit, because we saw that, first of all, that interaction between you and Manuel's mom was a little shady when we were watching it.
Okay.
Did we interpret it wrong?
Because, how did you guys interpret it?
So when we saw her on camera, it's like you said hi, we didn't see her respond. We saw you say something to her again, she didn't respond. It was about 3 interactions and she ignored you all 3 times. I don't know if it was cut out.
Here's what I'll say. I have had the pleasure of meeting Manuel's mom a few times, and she is a very, very fun Leo energy.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Yes. It's a lot of fun.
The other thing we saw that I want to discuss, which is my last thing, is you mentioned, so you were getting a lot of calls from Manuel's family, and you mentioned that it made you feel like something was off. Is there anything else that made you start to question his intentions? Was it just that situation, or was there more and this was like another thing?
I think that you're going to have to keep watching.
Okay. We're going to get those answers.
You're going to get those answers sooner than you think.
Okay, well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Is there anything you can tease before I go? I know you can't give away anything, but just tease a little something for us.
I'll say that our relationship is quite the dynamic one. And you buckle up. That's what I'll say. Buckle up.
Will do. Thank you so much for chatting, Ashley. Love to talk again when this is over and we have some answers. We'll catch up again.
Of course, I would absolutely love to. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Ashley.